Hello friends, how are you all? Hope must be very fine. Once again, welcome from Bankers on the Arena. Myself Satinder Chopra. Today topic is very important, which you must know before you start your studies for CIB. So our today topic is CIB syllabus, and the most important is module-wise weightage of marks. This is very important. How you have to start your study. How much weight is given to the different models of the papers. So, are you ready? So, first of all, I request everybody to please like, subscribe, and share this channel. जल्दी से जल्दी कर दीजिए. Like, subscribe, and share. So, thank you. Let's start. So, our topic today, very important topic: CIB syllabus and modules wise marks weightage. So, this will be doing only for the two papers, no important paper. Paper 1 Advanced Bank Management ABM and paper 2 Bank Financial Management. We'll be discussing these two subjects. So let's start. Are you ready? सब तैयार हैं? Okay, thank you. So what is the syllabus for paper 1 ABM? So what is the syllabus? We must understand what is the syllabus and what are the important topics in that. That we'll also discuss. इसमें कौन से important topics हैं वो भी हम डिस्कस करेंगे और syllabus क्या है वो भी हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. तो नंबर 1 पॉइंट में आता है the fundamental of economics. Here it comes your scarcity and efficiency, microeconomics and macroeconomics in brief, types of economies, this is important one, what are different type of economies, then market, command and mixed economies, there's different type of economies. Now we are coming to the important macroeconomics. Many questions come from macroeconomics, many questions come from macroeconomics. That is business cycle is important, then money and banking, unemployment and inflation, interest rate determination and various types of interest. Here law of demand is also important. Law of demand is also important. This is very important. Must study it carefully. Then third is Indian economy. What is happening in Indian economy? And then what is the overview of the Indian economy, including recent reforms, interaction between fiscal, monetary and exchange rate policies in India, financial markets. Here many questions come from financial market. It includes that money market also, capital market, foreign exchange market, globalization and its impact, challenges ahead, banking, finance, and current assets. So this is very important. If you go by these are very important. So now let's go to the next. So syllabus CIP paper 1 economics we are discussing here. This is the important one. Okay, let me check. There is some issue there. Let me check. Okay, so let's go to the module B of ABM. Module B of ABM. What does it say? Module B of ABM. ABM. This is business management. This is very important. Little bit tricky, particularly for who are not in the mathematics. But no problem. Question comes simple. So concept of time value of money. NPV, discounted cash flow. Here at least two questions come from here. Two questions come from here minimum. Then there are sampling methods, presentation of data, analysis and interpretation of sample data, hypothesis. Two question minimum. Then time series analysis. This is important. Mean, standard deviation, correlation, regression, covariance, volatility and probability distribution. And then 3 and 4 means confidence level analysis, estimation, parameters of distribution. This is very important. Very important. So you can expect many questions. Minimum 5 questions you can expect from here. Then bond valuation is always there. This is also important. Duration and modified duration. So this is also very important. Very important. Then we can go for the next is linear programming, decision making simulation, statistical analysis using spreadsheet. Here the question can come from simulation. Simulation is important. Then seventh is features of spreadsheet. Very simple. That is different type of spreadsheet, macros, pivot table, statistical and mathematical formulae. So this is little bit, I will say difficult, little bit difficult, not much difficult, who are not in the from science graduate or from math, but you can do it easily. If you're not very clear about this, then concentrate more on the other papers. Here you can do it, but just some guessing will also help here. Okay, so this is what about the module B. Now let's go to module C. Module C, HRM. HRM, important. HRM is very important. So what is in HRM? Fundamentals of HRM, development of HRM in India, relationship between HRM and HRD. Then comes your structure and functions of HRD, role of HR professionals, human implications and organizations. Then 3, training and development, attitude and soft skill development, role and impact of training, career path planning, counseling, employee behavior, theories of motivation and their practical implications, role concepts, analysis and self-development. And the fourth is performance management appraisal. This is very important. Very important, performance management appraisal system. Then fifth is reward, punishment and compensation system. Then last is HRM and information technology. Many questions comes from here. This is very, very important. Very, very important. HRM, information technology, role of data management and knowledge management. So these three are very important here. So this is model C. Then we are coming to the model D, ABM model D. Yes, ABM model D, credit management. Very important, very important. What is in the credit management? Everybody do it in day-to-day banking. Principle of credit management, credit appraisal, analyzing financial structure performance, relationship between items in balance sheet and profit and loss account, trend analysis, comparative statement, common size statement, preparation of projected financial statements, and important one is ratio analysis. Ratio analysis is very important. Then interpretation and analysis of different ratios. That is the limitation of use of ratios, statement of sources of funds and application. Very important here. You will be getting many questions from here. Then second is structuring of credit proposal, how to prepare the credit proposal. In that you will coming with the working capital concept, management appraisal techniques for different constituents, trade cycle, credit rating, technical and economic feasibilities. Then third is credit rating methodology, objective and benefits of rating. This is also important for ABM model D. Then ABM model D, continuing with ABM model D, important term lending. Very important. Term lending, debt service ratio, cash flow analysis, cash budget, bill finance, deferred payment guarantee, credit scoring, credit delivery system, and then documentation. You will be getting some question from here also, documentation. Then post-sanction supervision, control and monitoring of credit, consortium finance, multiple banking, syndication of loan and infrastructure financing. And the last one, very important, dealing with credit defaults. I mean, NPAs, basically, where the recovery is not coming in time. Stress assets, corporate debt restructuring, SURFACE, NPAs, recovery portion, write-off, disclosure of list of defaulters, objective and procedure, appraisal methodology for different type of client and account. So ABM model do is very important. From there, this dealing with credit default. Many questions come from here. Dealing with credit default means stress assets, corporate debt restructuring, SURFACE, NPAs, recovery options, write-off, disclosure of list of defaulter, objective and procedure, appraisal methodology, and different type of product. This is the syllabus of your ABM. Now, very important, we are discussing model wise mark weighted weightage, means how marks in different models come. How many questions come from different model of the advanced bank management? If you're taking the model A, economic analysis, here 27% of marks comes in the exam. This is a study of around 3 years. 3 year study, and they are saying that 27% marks come from model A analysis and equally distributed among all topics. So model A is saying economic analysis, 27% marks of the total 100 comes from economic analysis. This is very important. Economics is very important. Then model D, we are coming to the model B. Model B is business mathematics. Model B, business mathematics. So business mathematics, 25% marks come from model B. 22% questions are expected from model B. And more questions on NPV and time series and confidence level. So many questions comes from net present value, time series, and confidence level. Then module C. Module C is human resource management. Here 25% marks come from this module C. Module C, 25% marks come and equally distributed on all topics. Not special any module C, but you can say this performance is important there. You can say performance is there and training is important. So module C, 25%. Then comes module D, credit management. Credit management. So 26% marks. 26% come from that module D. This is the estimation of the last few years. This is simply a sample study of the last few years. So more questions on ratio analysis, working capital, SURFACE, and NPAs. So this is how the module wise marks weightage is given in the exam based on the last few years. This is based on the last few years. This is just an estimation. This is not exact, but very near, very near. So this is just for your knowledge how the question comes. Okay, so let's go to the next. Paper number 2. This is paper number 2, Caiib paper 2, BFM syllabus. Bank financial management. Bank financial management syllabus is module A, international banking. Module A, international banking is very important. A, forex business. Forex business, what is included in forex business? Factor determining exchange rates, direct and indirect quotations, spot and forward rates, premium and discount, cross rates. These are very important. Then basics of forex derivatives, foreign exchange rate contracts, options, swap, correspondent banking, and account. This is important. This is very important. Then documentary letter of credit. Most important. Most important. Documentary letter of credit, UCPDC 600, various facilities to exporters and importers. Then risk in foreign trade, role of ECGC, types of insurance and guarantee covers of ECGC, role of Exim Bank. And the fourth is role of RBI and exchange control, regulation in India, role and rules of FDI, role of HEMA and its rule. This is important. So this is what about the module A, international banking of paper number 2, BFM. So now going to the module B. Let's go to the module B now. So module B, risk management. One, risk concept. Risk concept is important. What is risk concept? Risk in banks, risk management framework, organization structure, risk identification, risk measurement. So one is risk concept, risk in banks, risk management framework, organization structure, risk identification, risk measurement. Two, sensitivity. This is important, very important, sensitivity. Basic, this includes basic point value, duration, downside potential, value at risk. This is value at risk. VAR, very, very important. Many questions come from here. Back testing, stress testing. Number 3 is risk monitoring and control, risk reporting, market risk identification, measurement and management of credit risk. Number 4, rating methodology, risk weightage, eligible collateral for mitigation guarantees, credit ratings, transition metrics, default probabilities, credit risk spreads, risk migration, and credit metric. And number 5, important, counterparty risk, credit exposure, recovery rates, risk mitigation techniques, operation and integrated risk management and capital management, Basel norms, and current guidelines of risk management. So these are important of model B of risk management. This is the syllabus. So we are coming to the next one then. Next is module C. Module C. Module C is treasury management. Very important. Treasury management. Very simple. You can get maximum marks in treasury management. So what is treasury management? What includes in treasury management? Number 1, concepts and function. I'm repeating, in treasury management, scoring can be very high, very easy, and most curing. Okay, so number 1, concepts and function, instruments in treasury market, development of new financial products, control and supervision of treasury management, linkage of domestic operation with different operation. Number 2, interest rate risk, interest rate future, mix pricing of asset liabilities. 3, on balance sheet investment and funding strategies, stock options, debt instrument, bond portfolio strategy, risk control and hedging instruments. 14, investments, treasury bills, money market instruments such as CDs, CPs, IBP, securitization and forfeiting, refinance and rediscounting facilities. And number 5 is derivatives. This is very important. Credit default swaps and options. Okay, thank you. So let's go to the module D. Module D, balance sheet management. Number 1, prudential norms. Everybody knows about it. Over that, capital adequacy, implementation of Basel norms guidelines, RBI guidelines. And number two, bank balance sheet. Bank balance sheet, component of assets liability, ELM implementation. 3, gap analysis. Third is gap analysis, very important. Gap analysis is very important. Gap analysis includes mechanics, assumptions, and limitation of gap analysis. Number 3 is gap analysis. Gap analysis, very important. Gap analysis. This includes mechanics, assumption and limitation of gap analysis, illustration of actual gap reports, the relationship between gap and income statement. Very important. Very important. Then funding liquidity, trading management liquidity, contingency funding. And 5, business strategies, profit and profitability analysis, asset classification, provisioning, effects of NPV on profitability. And 6, shareholders value maximization and EVA profit planning to improve profitability risk guideline. This is very important. EVA profit planning, very important. So this was all about the ABM. So what is the module wise? Module wise marks weightage in the bank financial management paper. Module A, that is international banking, 25% marks come from average from this module. So more question on LC, foreign exchange rates and case studies related to LCs and foreign exchange. So 25% marks expected from module A. Module B, 24% marks risk management, equally distribution. Then module C, treasury management, 23% marks. Equally distribution means any question come, all are important topics. And module D, very important, balance sheet management, 28% marks. 28%. So more on vessel norms, gap analysis, and asset classification. So what we have done now, bank financial management, module wise mark weightage, module A, 25% mark comes. More question of LC, foreign exchange, and case studies. Module B, module B, 24% of marks comes from risk management. Module C, 23% marks come from treasury management. And very important, 28% marks from balance sheet management, which in the most important, Basel norm, gap analysis, and asset classification. One more thing, generally in the exam, 50-50 means 50% theory and 50% case studies. Generally 50% question come from case studies and 50% from theory. And out of the 50% case studies, 25% are quite simple. If you have studied a little bit, you can do it. So don't afraid of any exam, whether it's ABM or BFM. So 50-50, I'm saying 50-50, 50 theory, 50 case study, and out of 50 case study, 25% questions are very simple. If anybody has read a little bit of case study, he can clear. So don't worry about this CIB. CIB is relatively simpler than other exams. So start right now. Okay. So thank you very much once again. Please like, subscribe, and share the video, and continue watching our videos. We are coming almost daily in some or the other. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks from Banker Zone Arena, and best of luck to all of you for your coming CIB exam. Thank you.